Hey guys, it's me, Tam here, and I'm back with another custom LEGO Star Wars Battlefront 2 set review. And I've kind of forgotten what wave this would be, like 4 or 5 or something. I don't know. I don't really need to continue keeping track. But this is a custom set that I've built around probably last summer, in between last summer and this last school year. And I'm sure the camera work was very horrible, and so I've rebuilt it, and I think this one is already tons better than that first one I made. And see, I've had this built for a couple weeks now, probably even like a month and a half or something rather, and it is an Arc-170. And so yeah, I've been very excited to show this off. Just needed to get to the filming. And I thought, now that I have my own filming room again, I can do it without having the janky camera work. But so yeah, first up I guess I'll show off the figures. We got Asajj Ventress. Hopefully she'll be added to the game very soon, but I have her Clone Wars animated series outfit on her 2003 The Clone Wars head, which I'm very glad to have now with the skirt piece. So yeah. Next up we have General Skywalker. This skin was this is relatively recently added, and so yeah, he has his custom hilt that I made. And so yeah, and he has his face from the Chancellor's arrest, I believe. So yeah. And then the third figure that's not in the fighter is a Phase 1 ARC Trooper. So yeah, I'll put them on to the side. Usually whenever I do Battlefront 2 sets, I like to put in original trilogy characters with sequel trilogy or something or other like that, but this time I decided to just do Clone Wars like stuff. But so yeah, Arc-170, very large, barely even fits, and the only loss in this, I think, is the fact that the wings you have to manually open. You cannot turn the knob and they'll open, because I did not have the space to implement a feature, so they're just on a ratcheted joint. As you can see there, that part. So yeah, here's the underside. If I open both sides up all the way, you can see straight through. Wings are pretty sturdy, I guess. The engines are so-so, not the best. Here's the rear cannon. It is connected by Technic axle. Guns do rotate and all that, you know. Here's the landing gear on the bottom, which just fold up very simply. Just fold that up, and fold this up, and this gets lodged nicely in there. So yeah, and you can see the nose has the cone shape. Another thing that I don't really like is the little holes in there on the sides. So yeah, and also I guess that part, I don't know why I would color that. It looks like crayon, unfortunately. But yeah, so look at the engines from the front, the ship itself from the front. The guns, I like the guns. I like the shaping, the wing shaping. It's very much so better than my original one that I built. Especially color-wise, I got the green in the nose, more or less. And yeah, so for the figures, we got the pilot right here, and each cockpit has a nice little built-up chair, kinda. He has no control panels, but you know, it's just a pilot. Gray arms. I guess this is a wolf pack, I'm guessing. But so yeah, and then I got this nice shape here with these fin parts. Yeah, the cockpit's hinged. And so yeah, then for the second one, there's this one, and I believe this is where the actual player in the game, this is where they sit, and that's why it's a normal Phase 1 Wolfpack Trooper, because this would be the actual player's skin. So yeah, and the nice thing is, in here I put in that little crevice so that if you do have a Phase 1 trooper in here, their fin can go in there, because without that it would not be able to sit back, the cockpit would not fit on all the way. And also, since this is the player spot, I put in the most controls on all sides. And so yeah, behind them is the droid. And so yeah, you can, I think he sits on there on 2 studs, one on either side. And I just used R2. So yeah, he just sits in there. And then the gunner would be another AI-like thing. And this just pop, you kind of like have to lift up and pull out. And I just used the gunner skin, or the gunner minifigure from the tank. I think this is one of the most detailed chairs, I suppose. So yeah, as you can see in there, and he has the gun. So yeah, and then here's his cockpit piece. So it just slides back in there. And obviously the pilot, or the center person is here. Their thing would go here. So yeah, in the back of the engines I used barrels, like on the X-Wing. But these ones don't fall off like they do on the X-Wing. And actually here's something neat. I used these engine parts just on their side. And they're connected by a bar. And instead of being connected by the actual studs, I just made those smooth parts. And they just sit there. But yeah, and I tried to simulate the bottom of the fuselage. I did alright. I just like this a whole lot. And this is a nice, fine addition to my collection I can put on display. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. The few things I would change up is the colorations on these little winglets, because I think all of them are differently built. On the underside, I understandably use the uglier colors, since those are not being seen as often. But, so yeah, I think that's about it. This would be a very nice set. We definitely do need a remake of it, because it's been a while since we've gotten one. And anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Goodbye.